It's all about programming the mind, right? Every day we're getting programmed like a computer. The impressions of what we take in start to make up the chatter in our minds. Like a mantra, we on repeat tell ourselves about the world and ourselves within it. It's like we form a box for ourselves of this is what is and this is how I fit in. And yoga forces us to ask ourselves the question, is there a way I can expand that box of identity? Right? We may accidentally, just from living, get some self-limiting beliefs that keep us from accepting the expansive, profound, abundant truth within ourselves. Right? There's this aspect of sankalpa, or deep internal reprogramming through intention, that starts to really change the mind. It reprograms the mind. The yogi gets how the psychology of mind works. If you're on repeat telling yourself you can't have something, can't accomplish something, can't be something, you will never achieve it. The thoughts are self-fulfilling within our reality. They are so powerful, our thoughts. If you tell yourself you already are, and you say it over and over again, any given day, you're programming a whole new reality into existence. And the yogis say this whole life in the material world is divine play. Right? One of the bizarre things to come out of 2020 was when the CIA released papers proving we're existing in a hologram-like world, living in the material world of bouncing atoms, reshaping and rearranging themselves according to who is observing it. Just think about all the sci-fi writers and movies you've seen in your life, right? Even books from the 1920s writing about the future, things that seem so far-fetched and magical have come into manifestation, right? The human thought manifests. Think about the iPhone, the computer, even the Zoom meeting we're on is a wild concept to people living just 50 years ago. But someone had the idea and it came into fruition, right? That's the magic of the Leela, of the divine play here. So as humans, we are pure potential. And we can play with this material world however we see fit. But if we aren't present, the programming of the mind drags us around instead of ourselves deciding how we want it to be. And the yogis say, yes, you are something separate from your mind. Just meditate for a few weeks and you'll have a direct experience of that. Don't believe what I'm saying, just go and try it yourself. So as we learn to become the director or the captain of the ship, right, we program the mind to manifest a new reality by using the will to decide what choices fit into the box that we are newly creating. So say you want to set a sankalpa, an intention, you would state the sentence as if it were already true. I am, I have. Tell yourself on repeat, write it on the wall, hang it in your bedroom, look at it all day, keep repeating it to program your mind. Journal about it. How does it feel? What decisions need to be made in life of the person that I already am, who is this thing or has this thing? Right, so we may start with something material, like a person, oh, I am a person who lives in a large palatial home. I feel this way when I live in my large palatial home, and I do these things daily when I live in my large palatial home to make that happen, right? And then the more we practice yoga, the more we learn, those goals become more subtle and more spiritual, more refined. Right? Maybe they change into it, I am an abundant being of peace. I alleviate suffering in others, right? These are just examples. And then even more refined towards the goal that all the yogic texts point to of life. Yes, they say this is the goal of life. That once we gain mastery over the fluctuations of our mind, right, all that programming, we can exist in our true splendor. That being they call Sat Chit Anandana, which translates to a consciousness whose nature is truth, eternality, and utter bliss beyond all the material play. For the time being, it's nice to manifest the material conditions for you to seek those higher goals. So take a moment, think about all this, and set your sankalpa before we move into our physical practice. I am, I have, etc., of what you're hoping to manifest. Say it to yourself 3 times as if it were already true. This is super simple, but super potent work that we should be trying to attend to every day mindfully.